K&C Masterpiece right here on 105.3 The Fan. We are back live on Radio Row, brought to you by Tide. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide. And right now, we bring to you Kelly in Vegas and Ariel, the prop queen. How are y'all doing today?
Hey, we're doing
great.
good. I mean, it's Radio Row, day 4, I think.
I've never actually been able to apply all gas, no brake, and now I understand. We walked in the door at 7:38, and our guy was like, hey, we've got a 7:40, a 7:55.
Yeah.
I mean, you just don't stop, but it's fun.
Have you been able to power rank those interviews as you've gone along and be like, oh, that was a dud?
We haven't had a bad one yet.
We have not.
Okay.
And that's not
Everyone's
to be
a pro
arrogant.
here. Come on.
This is not just your average run-of-the-mill. I mean, it's hard to get a credential. You got to be a somebody, and everybody's pretty much, a big deal.
Yeah.
So I would say it's been really
We've had
great.
a good experience.
Yeah.
Well, everyone here is the best of the best. We like to say we're the best of the best of the best. So I'm going to turn it over to my co-host, Corey Majors, to ask you the professional questions that make us the best.
Well, actually, this isn't a question. It's just a statement. So I don't know exactly how that's going to go. But y'all helped us out a lot. This morning, our producer, Alec, he placed a bet at 0.5 or half Cocaine Bear references. I got that in the first segment. He also placed a bet on 1.5 of y'all showing up. We got 2 now. So we are rocking along.
Wow, half of us would be like definitely. Yeah, I mean, honestly, though, we actually are operating.
I can't have a tie.
We're operating at a half right now. We had some nice guys next to us at dinner last night decide that we were worth 2 bottles of wine on their dime. So
red, white,
red.
Okay, of course, yeah.
I mean, it was a nice bottle, so of course we're not going to say no.
Why would you?
That's a
Why
good
would you
point.
when you have to be up at 6 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
Did they want to sit with you then?
No,
or?
they were just next to us, and they were just friendly. They're like, can we buy you a drink? And I was like, sorry, we're going to
get a bottle.
And he goes, okay. And I was like, okay.
Okay.
When I was a kid, this is a long story.
Are
now.
you
When I was
about to tell a story about drinking wine as a kid?
we were at Dick's Last Resort, and there was a couple next to us. They were celebrating their divorce. They bought my parents 4 bottles of champagne, and then they bought our dinner and all this stuff. And now I'm starting to think it might have been a swinger situation now that I'm an adult. So but I got a cool shirt and hat, so that was fun.
I want to retract that best of the best of the best comment. So we're here, and that's good enough. That's good enough. All right, so obviously this is y'all's business. You deal with this all of the time. What's the amplification, though, for the Super Bowl in terms of money and obviously excess wagers?
So that's funny because I am just so it's just another game. It's not. But as a bettor,
You're like
it is.
Mike Vrabel. I like it. Yeah.
But no, actually, that's a really good point, and you should look at it like that. I tell people I'm kind of I joke that I'm like the sports betting mom, and I have to say that because I'm so much older than Ariel. So I have to position myself in a place of authority because I don't want people to go in and be like, oh, it's the Super Bowl. They've got 50 different wagers. I just look at it as another game. What would I be betting if this was a Sunday afternoon? One of those 3, 4 o'clock
Well,
starts.
she also has to wake up the next day and have enough money to be able to bet on college basketball.
Yeah, right.
Whereas
It's
other
important.
people, this might be the one time of year that they're putting down action. It might be
That's a
the
good
one
point.
time until March Madness that they get down action.
Yeah, so you got to be able to be prepared to talk Cam Boozer after all this is over. All right, I get it. I like it.
It's more just I try not to get too overhyped about a one-game sample size, right? Not to sound like a math nerd, because I'm definitely not. It's just more about, hey, find some value here. Give yourself a little action on the game, and that's why.
But I think that is when you talk about the amplification of a game is why in our shoes it is harder because everyone's looking at us. Well, if this is what you do, if we have a good day tomorrow, then great. If we don't, for us, it's another day of betting. For them, but you're really good at this. Well, it's the Super Bowl. It is the hardest event to handicap.
I bet I have a losing Super Bowl record.
It's really hard.
I've been in this industry for almost 16 years. God, 17 years.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
I have to do the math, but I bet I have a losing Super Bowl record. I have had some really bad beats in the Super Bowl. I had the 49ers against the Chiefs, loser.
Oh.
I had the Seahawks against the Patriots 10 years ago. I think the only reason why I might be profitable betting the Super Bowl is because I had Von Miller 50-1. He was my favorite player.
I love that.
I'm a Broncos
smart
fan.
one, yeah.
So I bet Von Miller because I thought it'd be a defensive game.
And we were the only ones last year that
Had the
probably
Eagles.
had the best Super Bowl ever.
Yeah, I had a great Super Bowl.
Okay.
We were so happy.
But again, that's because I was kind of a little contrarian. I was like, all right, I'm betting against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, which I had just done the year before, and it did not work out well for me.
Well, one of the things that we've talked about, this has been the playoffs of defense to a large extent.
Yeah.
And so we kind of love the idea of maybe putting a little bit on Imamwari to be the MVP.
A lot of people have said that.
Just because the odds are so crazy, but I want to know what y'all think about that. And then also Kenneth Walker and JSN as potential Super Bowl MVPs.
Well, the Imamwari thing, first of all, I heard that he just has an ankle injury, that they left him limited in practice yesterday. But second, he's actually not been great, at least tackling on the road. His numbers significantly drop on the road, which is the only place that you could be looking at in a neutral site game, essentially. I actually liked him under 6.5 total tackles. I think there's way too much hype on Imamwari this week. For all the numbers I've seen in prime time, he hasn't been great. He hasn't been great on the road this year. So in those two categories, that's really important for a Super Bowl.
Sure.
I'm off the Imamwari train. I also hate Super Bowl MVP because I lost on a Devin White 100-1 ticket that I'm really bitter about because he should have won MVP over Tom Brady.
I do think he got jobbed on that.
Yeah, he really should have won that year. He was the best player on the field. But yeah, I mean, I know that people will look to JSN. I know people want to find value.
I think that is the kind of the problem here is that you have to remember when the bookmakers set these odds, you may not be getting true odds on a player because they know you're going to come in and bet JSN. You're going to bet Kenneth Walker. You're going to bet Sam Darnold or Drake May or Kayshon Boutte.
We call it the Cowboys tax, is what we always say, because it feels like the Cowboys numbers are always off because they're like, you're going to play the Cowboys.
But you guys are in Texas, so this is what I tell people. Like, I've had locals. I'm going to be as vague as humanly possible here. I've had locals for years, and I used to know. I live in Florida now. Guess what? I opened up that app, and if I want to bet against Florida, Florida State, USF, Miami, you're getting at least 10 cents, 20 cents better. Yeah. Same thing when I had a guy in West Texas that I used to bet through. You can get 8.5 against the Cowboys when the line in the market in Vegas was 4.5, and I'm going, is this real?
Yeah.
Because you know the proximity of where you are and who's betting into your market, right? And the bookmakers know that. Whether they're in Vegas or they're on the East Coast, it doesn't matter. From a national standpoint, they know where the money's going to come in.
Yeah. Well, you gave us a great breakdown of maybe like what to avoid. Can you give us, obviously, lazy question, I know, some of the trends that y'all like going into this game?
I'll let Ariel, she is the prop queen, talk about some of the ways that she thinks this game is going to go, how her prop bets are either correlated or not.
Yeah, and I was giving this out on my Prop Queen Super Bowl guide on my website, thepropqueen.com, where you go I go prop by prop, and I measure them based on how the defenses do against each position as opposed to just overall averages. So one of the trends that I liked was, like I said, the total tackle props. Byron Murphy, I thought his number was too low. For rushing, quarterback rushing yards is one of the worst props because when you could lose that on kneel downs, it's really unfortunate.
Brutal.
I would rather go over a longest rush. So if this way, let's say Sam Darnold, his longest rush is 5.5. 6.5 is his rushing yard prop. He only runs 1 or 2 times. So odds are he's going to have a long rush for one of them if he does. So I'd rather get in and get out. He has a long rush. We don't have to worry about losing that on kneel downs. I would go that route for him. He's been running a lot more on the road. He doubles his rushing yards on the road this year. Patriots, so they actually have allowed the least field goal attempts per game this year. So even though it's a low-scoring game, everybody, or a low total, people are like, oh, field goal prop. Well, one, a lot of them are overly juiced, but two, the Patriots really don't allow a lot of field goals. So that's something to keep in mind as well.
There's something that's correlated with that, too, and it is the Seahawks not to attempt a fourth down conversion. It was plus 170, it's plus 140 now. So you're
so
a lot of it,
playing on
well, the sharp guys are playing on it. I mean, they bet it immediately, and they just keep betting it. And I saw it again come across my back end yesterday, and I thought, well, that's weird. Again, if you expect a coach like Vrabel to be very aggressive, well, you look down all the way at the bottom of the list, who's the least aggressive coach? Oh, it's McDonald.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, y'all are also here, obviously, on behalf of Splash Sports. Can you tell us just a little bit more about the platform as well as y'all's individual
the platform
stuff?
is great. If you guys have not got a chance to look at it, it is open in Texas as well as 40 total states, 39 other in addition to Texas. It is awesome. If you guys have ever heard of Office Football Pool, Run Your Pool, it's all together now. We have done stuff from baseball season. We'll be back for March Madness, Masters, but of course, because It's the end of the NFL season. We've got to do something for the big game. So Ariel and I are doing what they call a tiers contest. $25 to enter, $25,000 in prizes, and I'll let Ariel get into that.
Yeah, and the top 100 get paid out. So if you put in $25 and you're in the top 100 of fantasy scores, then you're going to make at least $75. It's great plus EV. You get to pick 4 players, 2 players from each team that you feel are going to add up to the highest amount of fantasy points. And again, you're in the top 100, you end up cashing out. It's great.
Yeah, I think it's like a little investment, if you will, to win a lot, right? If you happen to go deep down and you find that player that happens to have, 80 receiving yards because he's got 2 big catches, he's the 3rd string wide receiver on the Patriots, hey, maybe you might get yourself in this top 100 to get paid versus betting aside in total or betting some of these prop bets that are heavily juiced and so forth. So we really like to put together these contests with Splash. They've been awesome, and I'm already looking forward to next football season.
And it's guaranteed payout. Like, you don't have to worry about, are they going to pay me?
Shady or anything. Yeah.
Hey, I think we've all had some shady dealings in the past.
Oh, I know. I have no idea what you're referencing.
No, not at all.
Go check out Splash Sports. Kelly, Ariel, thank you guys very much.
Thanks, guys. One other thing I wanted to mention, while you're over on Splash, we have a free Super Bowl square. So if you are not even if you don't even want to enter our contest, you guys can do this for free. Cousin Sal, it's right on the top of the homepage. It's absolutely free. $25,000 in prizes.
Helping you have fun, hopefully making you some money. Thank you guys very, very much.